right now we're moving on to our review of The Walking Dead episode 1 and 2.
Yay.
How should we start this?
Well,
Because I don't know.
At episode 1.
Okay, sure. Let's do episode 1 first.
Herpenderpeder.
Okay, so episode 1.
Was sick.
Yes, it was. Do you want to start it?
Oh, fuck. Where do I even start? Honestly, if you guys, I don't know how many of you guys actually like adventure games. It's kind of a point and click, but this game also kind of reminded me a little bit of Heavy Rain. A little bit.
Sure.
It doesn't go as in depth as in terms of the things that you can actually do, but they make up for that in the decisions you make.
Mm-hmm.
I guess first, I'll talk. Just point out the graphics well, first of all, we'll say that it's based on the comics.
Yes.
Not the TV show, which I actually like because the comics, a lot more crazy shit happens because it's comic books and not TV.
Because they don't got to fill time.
But the art style definitely is spot on.
It looks a lot like the comic, but in color. You know.
I'm not sure if they got the actual artist of the comiks to do the
I think that he consulted.
Characters.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he consulted.
But I know you do come across minor spoiler, very minor. You do come across Glenn in episode 1.
That's not a spoiler. Come on, there's characters from the comic in this.
Yeah, 1,
2.
Oh yeah, you're right. You do come across Glenn and another character. I don't know if you want to say it.
Why not?
All right, Herschel from the comics. And
God damn it!
I'm sorry, Jokers. I just assumed that you, of all people, who are doing the show today for this specific review.
Look, there's people that are from the comic and the TV show.
They look spot on to their comic book counterparts because obviously they are. But yeah, this takes place before Rick is no after Rick is hospitalized.
Are you
because
sure?
Yeah, because as you'll see in a second in this video, the car crashes and then the very next scene is you being attacked by zombies. So this is like Rick currently Rick is in the hospital.
Okay.
In the comics.
Okay.
But honestly, I don't know.
But he didn't get out yet.
Why am I the only one talking?
But he didn't get out yet.
No, he's not out yet.
All right. Okay. So technically, I don't know the comics, so there you go. I'm just.
It's the beginning's pretty much the same as in the TV show.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
This game, I think, is like a hybrid between the show and the comics.
No, they've come out and said it's got nothing to do with the show.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fully based on the comic books.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Okay, so this is an adventure game, and the best part of it easily is the storylines, because mainly that's all you're doing. You're almost playing like a TV episode when you're playing this, and it's your own choices, so it's pretty cool. I did not go back and replay it and choose different choices, and the reason I did that is because I'm so engrossed into the story that until I finish it, until I get to episode 5, I don't care about what happens.
Yeah,
this is my character.
Yeah.
I feel like I am him. I feel like I want to protect everybody that's part of my group. Some of them. There's everything about it feels like it's me there, and I want the best for everybody.
I actually felt the same way. Like this is my character. Like this is all the decisions I've made have been mine. Like this is who my character is, and it can be vastly different than someone else's character. Each episode does have its like. I think it's like 4 or 5 major decisions that are always going to like be one way or another. But other than that, like what defines your character's personality are the small decisions that you make, and how other people see you are the small decisions you make. Every decision you make makes a difference in something. And you get so, I don't know about you and Jokers, but I got so emotionally involved in this game more than any, like, I don't think I've really felt like
I know, I get you.
I don't think I felt so involved in a video game before.
It's okay, you cried.
I wanted to. I know I didn't.
No, you cried.
No,
Okay.
I didn't cry, but I think that's because there hasn't really been a moment where that has happened yet where I where it was, where I would cry. But I'm sure that if things keep going the way that they have been going in these last 2 episodes, then I will probably cry at one point.
Yeah, no, wait until that little girl dies. Then you're...
Spoiler alert. No, she doesn't die.
Well, she didn't die yet.
Yet.
Maybe in
But yeah,
future
you know,
episodes.
that's another thing. Like you really become invested in taking care of this little girl too. I mean, yeah, unless you choose to be a complete dick,
Hey,
then you don't give a shit.
The very first thing that I decided to do when I met her was to lie to the next people to protect her.
Of course,
I lied. I'm like, yeah, I'm the babysitter, which
But
was
see,
totally bullshit.
I think I did that.
I didn't lie.
Oh.
Okay.
I was like, I'm just some fucking dude.
Yeah. See, I lied too. I said I was her babysitter. Or no, did I say I was her dad?
No,
I don't remember.
if you said you were her dad, I'm pretty sure everybody would pick up on that because Herschel picked up on me lying right away.
Yeah, well, Herschel just can read you like a book. It doesn't matter
Mhm.
what you say. Herschel knows you apparently. No, but it's good. You know, honestly, if you guys, if there's any like adventure game fans out there, it's kind of point and click, kind of Heavy Rain, kind of cross. I'd say definitely get this game. This game is probably one of, if not the best. I'll let you decide.
hmm
But it is probably the best game to come out so far this year.
No, I wouldn't
Of the
say,
summer at least.
Yes, yes, I wouldn't
Of
say
the
this
summer
year.
of
Yeah,
the summer at least.
I wouldn't say this year, but I agree with you. This summer, yes,
Sure.
Jokers doesn't agree.
because there's only one game I can think of that came out this summer. and
Nothing
that's
came out
Max,
this fucking
Max
summer.
Payne 3. Was that summer, or was that before summer?
I think it was
Like,
before.
well, what else came out
Yeah.
this
on
year?
the cusp.
Yeah, it was late in May.
What
so.
what else came out this year? Mass Effect.
Mass
Yeah.
Effect 3.
Okay, then
Mass
never
Effect
mind.
3.
You're right. You guys, yeah.
What else? I don't know.
Clancy.
Tom Clancy, sure. Because
Looking through my games, can't see. Nope, no idea.
no, this is definitely the game of the summer. That's easy. And if you have PS Plus, this game is free right now, so you can go get that on your PlayStation.
You know, one thing I liked about this game is that the first episode kind of just sets the tone, and it kind of like it's kind of like a teaser. Like you got to make some. I don't really think there's many tough choices. Like I know there's a couple tough choices you got to make, but it really like compared to it's just kind of easing you into it and everything, and you know, and then in the second episode is when shit just fucking goes completely fucking.
Well, I do think he got.
Insane.
I think.
Yeah, Kenny, anyone? Kenny?
I'm just.
Oh yeah, dude! Holy shit! Not even just, but like the character. Okay, you those new characters that you meet. I mean, from the what was it? The dairy.
Yes.
Dairy.
Those guys were fucking sick.
Okay. Well, let's not talk.
I'm not
about
gonna
episode
spoil. I'm
2
not gonna
yet.
spoil it. I'm just saying they're sick.
No, let's just not
There's
talk
something
about
wrong
episode
with
2 yet, because there's some stuff in one that I still want to touch
sorry.
upon.
I'm just kind of
Like,
talking about the whole thing. I'm sorry.
There are some fucked up things in the first one, and you're right. They are easing you into it, but you do have some tough decisions to make in the first episode. Like, who do you save, a kid or a guy that already helped you? I don't know. Which one am I going to go for? And either
Well, you know
way,
what?
people die.
Being moral, you usually go for the kid. The kid is the one.
I think the game ends if the kid dies.
You can't kill the kid.
Yeah,
you
like,
can't say
there's
that.
no-
That's a spoiler.
No, it's
Because if
not.
someone hasn't played it yet, that's a tough
No.
decision. They can't go in and be like, "Oh, the kid doesn't die anyways."
Well, the whole no, the
And
whole
that ruins
thing
the
is you and this
experience.
girl, and it's probably gonna go until episode 5.
Yes, oh for sure.
No, but that wasn't the kid that he was
No,
referring
I'm talking
to.
about Duck.
Oh yeah,
He's
that
talking
little
about the tractor
snot-nosed
scene.
fucking-
Yeah.
Nobody
Right.
likes Duck. I want to point that out. I don't like Duck.
I don't
Fuck
like Duck
Duck.
either.
But at the same time, in that first episode,
on the trailer. Whoa! I can't get off.
he's such an annoying little kid, man. He's so fucking annoying. Oh my god. But you know what? Being the responsible adult that I am, I did choose to save him.
But the kid's not
Fuck
stuck.
that.
The
No, no,
dude's
no.
under the tractor.
I went
He's not gonna
straight
get
to
out.
Herschel's
It's
kid.
a kid, and I don't even know where Kenny is at the time. So, like, you know,
And Herschel is cooler.
you gotta always put women and children first.
No. It's,
At that point,
no.
at that point in this, like, I've definitely, don't worry, like, because of
The
like the
motherfucker
progression
started
of
the
the story.
tractor, that little prick. He's the reason for this whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
Something that I do like at the end of the episode is that the big decisions, usually there's 5 per episode, apparently, is what I
Roughly.
noticed.
4 or 5.
And it tells you how many people did this.
Oh,
Well, no, it tells you the percentage of how many people did that or this. In the first episode, I was a lot in the majority, but in that second episode, I was in the minority like crazy.
I have found that I've remained in the average so far.
Mhm. Like the final choice in episode 2. This is not a spoiler. You can steal food or not. and you're like, oh god, is this moral? Is this not moral? And that was straight up the line. Like when I played it, it said I was 54%.
When in episode 2?
Yes, in episode 2.
I think the last decision in episode 2, and I guess we'll touch on it later because we're still talking about episode 1 technically. But the last decision of episode 2 has probably been the hardest decision to make for me.
The last thing, the
With
very last thing in episode 2.
Yes,
that was the
easy for
hardest.
me.
Well,
Are
no,
you
because
crazy?
because maybe, can we? I remember spending a lot of time on it just because I wasn't sure. Would Clementine hate me for doing? Because I know what the right thing to do was, but I
I
also
did the
didn't
right
want
thing.
Clementine to look at me like I'm some douchebag. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like that's why it was like I said, I've gotten emotionally invested into this game and the character, and all the characters really. Like I there are certain characters that I don't really give a shit about, and and that's a part of the whole survival experience, right? But in the end, like see if I keep going, I'll want to talk more about episode 2. So if you want to finish off episode 1.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember how episode 1 finished.
I mean-
Oh yeah, well, okay, I remember how it finishes now. You find the hotel.
You find the hotel. One of the tough decisions in episode 1
Who
was
lives and who dies? That's a tough
episode
decision.
1.
Yes.
Oh right.
Yes.
I was actually gonna jump to the next one after. Oh no, the one before
There's
that.
still some fucked up things in the
I mean,
first
there's
one.
the one where the girl
and
wants
dude,
you to
dude.
give her the gun so she can commit suicide.
You're like, you have your brother there in episode 1. Like,
Oh,
there's a lot
yeah.
of fucked up things in the first
I
one.
forgot
still.
about that.
Yes.
Man. You run into your brother who's a zombie. That is intense.
And that whole thing in the pharmacy is like, oh god, I gotta hide myself. They can't discover that it's mine.
Well, no, that makes
I was
because
truthful the whole time.
no, it's because he lives in a small community,
Mhm,
and all those
yeah.
people know. Like, if they like, he doesn't want people to know what he's done.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not very clear at the beginning, even though you're him. I think that one of the gripes I had about the story was the main character has committed this crime.
But it gets pretty clear
He's committed
pretty
this.
fast.
I know
what he
it
did.
does, but like he's committed this crime, and I think and right off the bat, the officer is asking you like, "Did you do it or whatever,
Yeah.
or why did you?" And you as the player, you don't know what he's done. You don't know if he actually did it or if he's being framed. So it's but I think that's something that you would know if you were him.
But that's why I stayed silent that entire first part until he said Macon, and then
Ah.
I'm like, oh, Macon, that's where I'm from.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I lied out my teeth apparently, even though I didn't know I was lying out my teeth.
And that's the thing. If I had one complaint about the first episode, is that there's a couple of choices that seem vague and you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah, I'll agree. You're gonna say the whole argument in
Yes.
the pharmacy?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you sided with the fucking dick.
Yeah,
I'm
And
like,
I'm
I
like,
sided
what?
with the dick.
All I was trying to do was
But I
calm
think-
them down.
I think like the way I justified it was that like in the heat of the moment where like Kenny was clearly pissed and rightfully so. I won't say why, but rightfully so. He was clearly pissed off, and I don't think maybe he just wasn't thinking clearly enough. So the fact that you were trying to take like a neutral, I mean that's what I did. I was kind of just trying to calm. I wasn't even trying to take like a neutral side to it. I was gonna side with Kenny, but at the same time I wanted to calm things down first, and I thought that was an option. So
Nah, man.
calming things down.
Fuck that cracker.
I really, Kenny just doesn't like it when you try to calm shit down, apparently. So, but that, what? That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. He's still my boy.
Kenny's
Kenny's
I think
still
he's
my boy.
turning into like the Shane. Slowly.
I disagree, because Shane was more about. Shane was
Making the hard decisions. Hence Kenny.
okay. No,
Doing
he
some
made
crazy,
one hard
stupid shit.
decision. You've made all the rest. Kenny made
What?
one hard decision in episode 2, but you've been making all the other hard decisions, especially at the beginning of episode 2.
I don't think Kenny really did anything.
Kenny,
Except ran away in the fucking farm part, dick.
Exactly. Like a bitch.
yeah, he was a little bitch there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, my son! I gotta get him to safety.
I like your Kenny voice. That's pretty good.
That's how the whole family sounds. Even the girl. Take care
But
of
see,
my
like
boy!
we've been trying to stay on episode. We've been trying to stay on episode 1, but we keep like hinting it towards episode 2. At least I do, and I think that has a lot to do with what I said.
Oh no! I fell in
Oh,
the blood
shit,
that
you
I
just
didn't
fell
see just
on the
now.
blood. No, episode 1 was good, but so much like so much like amazing fucked up shit happens in episode 2, and they force you to do things like they force you into like thinking in a certain way, and like you really get into it. And like when I finished episode 2, I walked away from it like, what the fuck did I just do? I don't know if any of you guys had that feeling
Not at
afterwards.
all.
I mean, I'm just more into this game.
No, it's not that.
Problem.
I wouldn't say that you're more into it. It's just I don't care about killing people. If people deserve to die, I will kill them.
I personally play the whole game with the moral high ground, so no matter what happens, I'm always going to try to like make the heroic decisions, because that's the story that I want to see.
I don't do that. Like the story that I'm basically want to do is, you know, I'm just making decisions on the fly, like whether they're moral or immoral. I'm trying to do what I think I would do.
And hey, something else that we haven't pointed out that I liked is some of the decisions you have a time limit on it. So you're like, oh god, fuck.
Yeah, that's really annoying in the conversation ones, because like, you know, you.
But
gotta,
it's in the heat of the moment.
but at the
You
same
can't
time, like
wait.
it makes sense, and actually,
Yeah, yeah.
and I agree with you.
Like that argument in the pharmacy. Like, you know, you can't
Yeah.
wait there. You gotta diffuse this shit right now. Yeah.
It's so intense, and like when shit's starting to happen, I think we can go on to episode 2 now. I don't
Okay,
know.
I want
Closing
to
thoughts on episode 1, I
Yeah.
guess now.
go ahead.
Well, for me, I thought it was slow at some parts, and I didn't actually really get into it as much. But since I bought the season pass, you know, I was set on
Finishing it.
playing the whole thing.
Yes.
So I'd say in the second game definitely got more interesting, more I don't know, more fun on all in all. But as far as the first one's concerned, yes, there was enjoyable moments, but I think certain puzzles and stuff maybe got me more than the average Joe. So some of the stuff I felt was a little bit slower than it should have been.
You know, and you know what, I will agree with you. You know, one of the problems of episode 1 is that it is slow and it's trying to ease you into it, but I don't think I think it takes its time a little too much, and it's a problem because it's the first episode, and clearly we've seen from the second episode that, you know,
Shit's gonna happen.
this shit is fucking amazing. But and I'm not like, not to take anything away from the first episode. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it for what it was, and
Yeah, it had,
it's just
it had peaks and valleys.
it's just because it's the first episode. It will be the first one that, you know, people that maybe are new to the genre, like I was, even though I guess I lucked out and liked it. But you know, people that are new to the genre and are iffy about the game, they're gonna play this, and it might not hold them as much as it could. That being said, though, it is a good introduction. It's kind of like a 50-50 for me. I don't.
Something that I did like about the first episode is that it wasn't all about the zombies all the time. Yeah, sure,
Well,
there
that's
was
The Walking
zombies.
Dead,
I
though.
I know this, but it's not like any other zombie game. Don't expect that from this.
Like, and
It's not.
especially episode 2.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true.
That's especially true in episode 2. I mean,
Mhm.
yeah, there's zombies in it, but you know, you're mostly dealing with,
Mhm.
you know, just survival in general.
Episode 2.
Yes, episode 2. The first thing that I want to say about episode 2
That
really
it's
quickly.
awesome.
It is awesome, but there was one part near the end where you can kill some certain people, and the first person that you get to kill, I killed him, but I didn't kill him through the head, which I was like, no, what are you doing? He's gonna come back. I pitchforked him through the chest. I'm
Oh,
like,
that guy.
I'm like, oh man, something's gonna happen, but nothing ever happened with him. So
'Cause
I'm
he's
just
also
gonna say
pinned
that.
down now too, as well. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
would
yeah.
also be pinned down.
Mhm.
But you know, first things first, I want to get this out of the way. You know, this takes place a few weeks after the events.
Isn't it 2 months
Is
after?
it 2 months?
Yes.
It's about it's a good chunk of distance.
Mhm.
You know, new characters have been introduced. I actually really like the one that, you know, you start off and you're walking with.
The glasses dude.
The glass,
whatever his
yeah, I
name
can't
is,
remember his name. It's been a while since I played it, but
mhm.
I actually came to like, because you know, he helped out. He was useful, you know, and you know, but I couldn't shake the feel. Like one thing I can't say that.
I'm gonna say that I gave him the axe,
Yeah,
and
so
in
did I.
retrospect, I should have gave it to the asshole. 3 months later, there you go.
Yeah, 3 months. So.
I think I gave it to the asshole.
I gave it to the glasses guy. Why? What did it matter?
Because the zombies came, and then the guy fucking tried to hit the zombie, but he hit the truck and it got
Oh,
stuck.
yeah,
and you're
I
like,
remember
oh,
that.
if only I would have given it to that other guy.
You know, this episode definitely picked things up, like
Right off the bat, too.
completely, and it was such a good thing too, because it had actually been delayed a little bit,
Yes.
and people were just dying to play the next episode, and honestly, it couldn't have happened at a better
I
episode.
think
'cause
it's going to
this-
happen every episode is always going to get.
A little, probably.
Do you know why? Because they're developing this right now as we speak.
Yeah.
They're working on it probably. So
I wouldn't say that real.
no, they are, because I know that I've been following the the dev team of this and stuff. Because there's a guy that I really like that works on this. He was at PC Gamer and he's wrote a lot of movies and stuff. That's pretty good. So I've been following that. Yeah, the very first thing in the second episode is pretty crazy with the bear trap and all that stuff.
So you're walking in this for like right here. We're watching it as it
Yeah.
unfolds. So it won't be spoilers because you're going to be watching it here. And you basically you've got this new guy. I think he's the only new person to arrive so far. And then you run
Except
into
for the families at the family at the dairy and the.
Oh no, but I mean to arrive at the
Okay,
motel.
for their
So
camp, yeah.
at the end of the first episode, you find a motel.
You get Ben
So,
too,
like,
by the way.
For the past 3 months, you've been barricading in this motel and everything, and but now you're running out of food, so that now they're out hunting, trying to get some food back in, which makes sense. But then they come across this teacher and these two students, and I think it was the teacher that was caught in the bear trap or something like that. I think.
I will tell you that I don't know because I never knew him. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
anyways,
was a teacher.
and like right off the bat, the very first major decision you're forced to make is whether you abandon this guy. Well, like right off, they don't even give you time to ease into it. You're thrusted into the situation, and you got to make a tough choice right away.
Mhm.
And I like that about this episode.
So I will compare it to the moment where they get shot on the TV show and the guy lands on the fence, and
yeah.
you're like, oh God, should we
It's
take him off
very
or not?
similar,
Oh God.
very
Yes,
similar.
it was pretty much like
it
that.
just it. But I think like the reason why it works so well is because it just happened. Like
Mhm.
it's out of the blue.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the episode.
Because
You don't
when
expect
when you walk up to them, you're thinking that it might be Kenny.
Yeah, and you don't expect anything like big to happen in the first 2 minutes of the episode either. Like it's
So what did you guys do?
So
I cut the shit out of his leg.
Oh,
Me too.
At first I tried to like maybe try and cut the chain and everything.
Yeah,
and-
me too.
But then I cut the shit out of
So
his leg.
I'll tell you what I did. I tried to cut the chain, then I tried to cut the tree, and then I was like, well, fuck, I'm not going to cut his leg. And then right at the end, I'm pretty sure you can break the bear trap with the axe, but you got to click it so fast because there's zombies coming. So if you miss that window, you're screwed, and then you leave him there.
Really? You can?
Yes.
You think you can do that?
I'm pretty, because I know I could
I don't
click on
think
the
you
bear
can.
I
trap.
don't think you can.
No,
dude.
no.
I think he'll try, but it'll just start a different cutscene.
It's a very fast decision. You got literally you go after the chain, then you go after the tree, and then you're like, well, shit. And then the zombies come, and then you literally have 1 second to hit the bear trap with the axe, and then you move on. So I'm pretty sure you can hit the bear trap and break it. That I'm not sure. It didn't happen to me. I left him there to die. So
Oh,
there you go.
okay, there you go. Did you leave now? So I know. I don't even know what I was gonna say.
The bandits. No.
The leg.
Yeah.
Chop.
Whatever. Because I was gonna say something, then I realized I'd already said it.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
moving on.
Yep.
Yeah, move on.
It's been said. So episode 2. I don't want to really ruin anything.
That's what I'm
You're-
like. That's why I'm trying to be careful. Like I don't want to
Did
spoil. anything.
everybody go to the dairy? Is my question.
Yes. I think I don't. I think in like I think
You have the
regardless of what you
option not
choose
to,
though,
right?
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
But I think regardless, you somehow end up going because
Yeah,
that's
I
a
mean-
huge part of the episode. I mean, the
But
entire episode takes place. there.
I will say this, that I haven't played multiple sections of the first or the second one. I am playing it
Yeah.
once all the
That's
way
what
through
I'm saying. That's what I mean.
until
too.
I finish it. But in episode 1, I know if you choose to go through the darkness, the part where you go, oh, I'm going to go through the light or the dark. If you go through the dark, you don't see Herschel at all. Herschel's not there in the first
don't-
episode.
What?
What?
You know the part when you meet Clementine and then you're like, we should go through the daylight because it's safe.
Oh, right.
If you go through the
Oh.
nighttime, you don't go to Herschel's farm at all.
That makes sense.
And what do
Yeah.
you do? You just go straight to the pharmacy?
I don't know. There's got to
No.
be there's got to be some other way that you meet Kenny.
No, I'm pretty
Regardless.
sure that like you get to choose, but then Clementine's like, no, they come out at night, retard. And
No,
then
no,
you
no, no,
don't do
no.
it.
I know you can go
No,
out
'cause
at
you
night.
can
You
go
can
out-
go
you
out
can
at
go
night.
out at night.
That much I know. That much I know.
Hmm.
Oh, look at this stick. I will try to open it. I didn't even know you could use this stick. So there you go.
It doesn't work anyways.
Cut the
Clearly.
leg. Oh, he's gonna do it.
Oh, and one thing that's like really got like, you think it's just gonna go like he does it once, and then you got to keep doing it,
Oh,
and that's freaking, and it gets really like.
so that
gruesome.
reminds me of one part in the first
Like,
episode.
look at that. I mean, I know it's just cell shaded graphics, but like still,
That reminds me of Heavy Rain. We have to cut off your own fucking hand
yeah.
or fingers or whatever.
And they get like the camera zooms in and shit. Oh my god.
So that reminds me of a
and
part
you gotta
in
keep
the,
going. It's still not even on. That's what I remember saying. I'm like, oh my god, how many times do I have to do this?
So I'm just gonna say, like in the first episode, there's a part that's similar to this where you're hitting a zombie in the face. I know you can keep hitting it forever, pretty much, but I only hit it 2 or 3 times and then I was done.
What?
That part in the first episode where the zombie
Yeah.
comes with
Oh,
Clementine,
yeah.
the very first.
Clementine gives you the hammer.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can hit it forever, but I did not.
Oh, I
Okay.
made sure that thing was pulp.
Oh yeah, me too.
I hit it 3 times.
I kept going until I couldn't. No, you can't hit it forever.
Well,
There is
okay, well, you
there's
can
a
hit
point.
it a lot. Hit it a
There's
lot
a point
is what
where
I'm
you're
saying.
just like, okay, you're
Okay,
done.
you've done it. You're
Yeah,
good.
It's done. Oh yeah, and this asshole dies.
Oh, you see that
Spoiler
this
alert.
part is totally different in my story.
Oh, was it?
This guy does not get eaten by zombies.
No.
This guy comes back to the camp with you.
Oh,
That's all I'm
really?
gonna say about it. Yep.
Honestly, there's not much else I can say other than get this game if you haven't. I mean, if you're a PlayStation Plus member and you're not downloading the first 2 episodes, you're retarded
Mm-hmm.
because this is an amazing. I mean, they're not long.
Nope.
You want to just try out one episode? They're not long. They're a couple hours.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 3 if you get really into it and you take your time.
Yep. Look at everything.
Look at everything like I do.
What's this haystack about? Oh, it feeds the cows.
I mean,
okay.
honestly,
Or if
though,
you can't find that goddamn TV remote to fucking throw the rock at the fucking.
I thought that part was
the battery
cool.
part from the first episode pissed
Aw,
me off. I
dude!
could not find one of the batteries.
Are you fucking kidding
I just
me that
didn't
she
do it.
can't fucking realize
Yeah.
that there's batteries? Like that's
So-
so
20%
dumb.
In-
bitches.
in the walking in great Walking Dead fashion,
Yeah.
just like in the TV show where the women are useless,
Mhm.
the one girl is freaking completely.
Hey, but she can handle a Glock.
Yeah, she's our best shooter though. So,
Yes.
but you know what? I
Making sure she stays the
I do
fuck
like her though.
alive.
She saved my ass in the second episode.
But batteries? What? Huh?
You know what? I'll take
Negative
someone.
and positive.
Hold on, in a zombie apocalypse, I'll take someone that can handle a gun over someone that can handle batteries any
So
day.
wait, seriously, there was 2 batteries in that pharmacy?
Yeah.
Fuck.
The whole pharmacy. It was rated for batteries. None left. 2, just 2.
I just really quickly, one of my favorite parts in the first episode was when you turn on the TVs and then you throw the rock and then you're like, yeah, I know it's loud.
Yeah, if you
rock
can figure
on.
it out.
Yeah. Oh, you couldn't figure it out?
Oh, after
That was the easiest
after
part
an
for me.
hour of just like, okay, I did this.
What I
What is not mixing here?
what I couldn't
Wait.
figure out was how to open the gate.
Well, that was easy.
I didn't realize the key was in the back
Oh,
room.
you know what took me so long is that I didn't know how to go on a fucking, a little grab ass with fucking Glenn at the motel. That's what took me so long. I was just like, well, I want to do this before I do that, and I completely like forgot about that. Glenn wanted to go and look at the motel for whatever.
Oh, right.
Can I just
Because
say,
if you don't do that, you can't do any of the other shit.
Right.
And I was like, and I was pulling my fucking hair out because I didn't want to go on the computer and just, spoil it.
Yeah.
can I just say really quickly too, okay, I'm gonna say my favorite, my funniest moment. If any of you have a funniest moment, then share it. But my funniest moment is when I was outside at that gate in episode 1 at that pharmacy, and you take the remote and you point it at the lock, and you're like, "Oh, it's not a magic remote." Damn.
Yeah, I did that too.
My funniest moment. I gotta think about this one.
Like I knew what was gonna happen with the remote, but it was still funny.
Shit.
Maybe you didn't get any funny parts.
It's
You're taking this super serious.
I know.
Or
There's
serial.
There's been a few things that I've laughed at, but
Yeah.
like they're all like lines that if I heard them again, I'd be like, oh yeah, that was funny. But like funny moments, I guess maybe. No, it would have been something one of the characters said to somebody else. That's what.
Oh, I know my favorite, my funniest moment. I just remembered. You have to go up to Herschel. You press X and you fart in his mouth.
What?
That's a lie.
Yeah. You go up to Herschel when he's asleep and you fart in his mouth.
Sure you do.
You sneak up into his bedroom.
You're
When he's
you're a
sleeping.
funny guy.
You just took some Excedrin, and you fart in his mouth.
Okay, fantastic.
All right, so I'm just gonna say
Wow.
wrap up episode 2 really quickly.
What was your favorite moment? Like absolute favorite moment?
All of it. I don't know.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Flatulence.
What was your favorite moment, Jokers?
Well, you see, I crept up into Herschel's room.
Okay, all right, we're done. We're done.
I don't know, favorite moment.
So far,
Probably like
yes.
the whole climax and everything of episode 2.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yes.
You know that
The part where you get entrapped and everything after that's pretty epic.
the part that was really like dark was where you find the still living body of your friend, who I'm not going to say who it was. You know, I in that room.
Mm-hmm.
Where because I knew he was still alive. Like it didn't shock me, but like,
Did you break into that back room before that? In the farm?
oh, in the farm, yes, I did.
Okay.
I did do that.
I wonder what happens if you don't.
Because what happens is you go and you break into the what I did is I broke into the back room in the
Yes.
barn, and then I went for dinner, and then I was like, oh, I gotta go to the washroom
What?
or something.
Yeah. What did you tell? Yeah. I
Oh no,
said that
she
too. But
the lady was like, oh, you gotta go wash your hands. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, and then you
What-
see the light.
But what did you tell the guy that saw you opening that door? What did you tell him?
I don't remember.
I told him, "Oh, I found it like this." What?
I don't remember.
Yeah. So there you go with that. Yeah, everything about that ending. Just like, what did you do with the mom at the end?
What do you
Raped
mean?
her.
You can only do one thing, can't you?
No, you can probably shoot her or something.
I didn't have it. You don't have a
I
gun.
reasoned the fuck with her. That's what I did. I'd be like,
No, you
"Whoa."
don't have an option with them.
You don't have an option with it. You just walk.
There's events that happen.
You-
don't
Okay,
choose.
okay, all right. Okay, I get it. But were you an asshole to her, or were you just like, think of this? What are you doing?
Yeah, I was reasonable.
Yeah,
I
that's
was
what I did.
reasonable, too.
Okay, I'm just wondering what you're.
I didn't want to piss. She had a gun to
I know
my
that's
friend's
why
head.
I was
did not
being
want to piss
reasonable.
her off.
That's the only reason I was being reasonable.
But
Oh, yeah. And then
The
before
very
that,
end.
she was sleeping, right?
okay. the very end, where you find that car.
Yes,
For whatever reason, I found that to be the hardest decision.
that's crazy.
I don't know why.
Okay,
I mean, no,
so at the
I
end-
knew what
so-
I needed
so
to
that
do.
was the choice that was 50-50 at the end of people picking 50-50.
Because
So,
you know what
yes,
it
it was
is?
hard. So yes, it was hard. But the thing is, the entire episode is about you fucking eating,
I know.
and then you get food and you don't pick to
See,
eat.
but you know what it is?
What
is that
the fuck?
what I think, like, and you know, this is what made it hard for me. And like, honestly, I made the right decision. You know, I made the right decision. But I
What's
think
the right decision?
you know
Not to indulge.
to indulge.
That is the right decision.
You got to take
What?
that shit. You
That
gotta
is the right
take that shit.
decision.
Yeah.
The little girl's gonna think you're.
See,
so
that's the
fucking
thing. See, and that's
prick.
exactly what I was going to say. The right thing to do to survive, and that's the whole point of this game.
No, this little
It is
girl,
to
she's my baby.
survive. No.
She's my baby girl.
Listen,
She's my baby diamond girl.
Jokers.
I can't disappoint my
Jokers.
baby girl.
The right thing to do is to survive,
She's got baby blue eyes.
right? But what I think a lot of you said it was 50-50, and like I think
Mhm.
half the people that are playing this game understand that,
Yes.
and the other half just want to appease Clementine, the
Mhm.
little girl. So that's why that's a hard decision, is because you know you're in this with her. You know, all these other people, yeah, they're your group, but you're there to protect her.
I just want to say, okay, go finish. But
And you don't want to make her unhappy, but at the same time, to survive, you got to take this shit.
People steal food right now without zombies around them. What's wrong with doing it with their zombies and no laws? There's no one policing you anymore. Take
Oh.
the food.
I have one last question before we wrap this up.
Okay, sure.
Have you guys told her what you've done to your wife?
She's heard it, but I didn't tell her.
Jokers, were you honest with her?
Sorry, what?
Were you honest with Clementine about your crime?
Yeah, I mean, you don't tell her like, yeah, I totally like killed this dude, but I was like, I was like, oh yeah, I did some things.
I told
People
her.
are crazy.
I was honest with her.
No, I
And
told
she
She's
her.
my baby girl. I
she-
gotta be honest with
she-
my baby girl. She got the diamond blue eyes.
She appreciated.
No, I told her something like shit happens, man. Shit happens.
Anyways, oh shit, Adam's calling. Why is Adam calling? Has
So,
he
yeah.
played this game yet?
That is that game. Let's take some calls.
Well, hold on. First, like, do you think this is a must play?
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. I give it a 5 out of 5.
Yes.
All right, now we're done.
Jokers.
I give it a 6 because if you just press R2, right? You sneak
Yeah,
into
yeah.
Herschel's
In Herschel's
room.
room. Okay, and then you you fart on his face. I got it.
Yep.
Why'd you fart in my face?
What's up, Adam?
Okay, question.
Answer.
Do these choices make a difference in the later chapters?
Yes.
Yes.
You will
Yep,
have
every
you will
single
have
decision.
you will have friends that are dead. You will have people
even
that are alive.
even your minor choices, like how you respond to something, will affect the way one of the characters looks at you, and then that'll
yes.
affect. Like, it doesn't necessarily show in the current episode.
Really quickly, what did you guys decide to do in the freezer? Kill him or let him live?
I tried not to let him live, but I tried to save him so that he
Yes.
wouldn't become a zombie, and then shit went terribly south.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, nah, B, we can do something.
Just because,
No.
like,
Oh,
you know,
shit,
I
where'd
know
that cinder block
because
come
I knew
from?
that I knew the person that wanted me to kill him. I could, talk to later and reason with him, but the person that wanted me to save him, she already kind of hated me. So I wanted
me
to,
too. She
be like,
fucking-
you know
she
what?
wanted- oh.
I could save this guy's life. I could try to save this guy's life and everything. And
Yeah, I did want to appease her a little bit. She wants some of that
Especially-
chocolate. You know, she wants some of that chocolate.
especially since, like, she does have a strong authority in the
What's that
group. She's the appointed group leader.
She
So I
wants
didn't.
all that chocolate, right?
Yeah, she wants all that shot. Yeah.
I killed the fuck out of him. He had a heart attack, dude. He wasn't breathing. Even if he came back, he's fucking
Oh, that you didn't
worthless.
check his pulse.
Did you check his pulse?
He wasn't breathing. She said it. She
So
said
did
it.
you check it though? No, you didn't.
Because your lungs don't
She
work.
was
Don't mean your heart
panicking.
don't work. Go chase that
Anyways,
pulse. She want that chocolate.
She wants
want that chocolate.